In this video, we're going to be looking at the Vpress CorePrint Woocommerce plugin. The plugin is for those customers who already have an existing WordPress site and a store that's already built in Woocommerce. So the plugin will allow your buyers to utilize the power of CorePrint technologies to personalize and proof any number of different types of products before ordering. So not only does this give you the amazing personalization opportunities to your visitors, but as a supplier, you can also utilize our technology to integrate into your or your supplier's production workflow, maybe their MIS or ERP system, to deliver automation and production efficiencies. So here we have an example site, and this site has been built using Woocommerce. So we have all of our products, and we have this section at the bottom here, the featured products, and these are all the types that are supported by the plugin. So we can see we've got some personalized face masks where you can upload your own PDF. We've got some brochures where you can go through and fill in the fields, but we also have wedding invitations, which is a VDP, a variable data product. So once we've selected it, this is the plugin that's now activated. And we can also see that it's pulled in from the theme, the colors and the fonts. So the user can now just fill in their details, and they can also do things like upload a photo. So they can click on that button and then they can browse and then can say, right, that's the photo that I wish to use. We can drag and we can drop. Once we've dragged and dropped, then we can now crop it if we need to. So we've got a little blue box, you can just grab the corners, you can move that and then position the couple perfectly in the center. And once we're actually happy with that, we can then submit it. And it's submitted and then it shows on the proof. So not only can we allow them to upload photos, we can also allow them to use things like date pickers just to make the input of that information a little bit easier. So they can make that selection, they can go on to the next page. So they can carry on page 2 of this particular document, and they can keep filling in all of the information down the right hand side. But all these fields, they're all fixed fields. So the date will always be the same, the time as we're filling in now is always be the same, and the address will always be the same. But the VDP will be all the people that's been invited to the wedding, their names and addresses. So we have now finished, we've just checked all of the fixed fields, so now we go on to the variable data part. So we can download a template if we wish to, which will actually give them all the headers for all the columns ready for them to fill in, and then upload, or they can actually upload their own spreadsheet and then just map the fields. So here we're uploading it and it just checks about the column headers to make sure these are column headers that are here and not the actual data. And then it also asks you about mapping. So we can see here it's dynamically assigned the field to the correct column. But if you needed to, you can change that. So once we've happy with that, we can press submit. And we can now see that we have a quantity at the top there and a price, so it's read in the number of records, it's brought them in there. Then on the right hand side here we've got a list of all those records. So what you can do is you can actually select some of those records on the right hand side to just check. So we can select that record there, then we can have a look on the left to make sure it's actually brought the correct information through in the correct place. So we're actually proofing it ourselves. So not only can you see the first page there, but when we make another selection and we have another look at another record just to make sure it's okay, we can navigate through the document and we can see that it's now dropped in there all of the names and addresses of all the people that's been invited. So once we're finished, we can press checkout, and now we're back into Woocommerce, and this has now been added to the basket. And the user can then proceed to checkout. And once the payment has been made, then the plugin is then informed that payment has been made. We'll submit the order, including the PDF, into either your or your supplier's production workflow. If you don't have a workflow, then that's fine too, because we can provide an application where all those orders can be seen and the PDFs can be downloaded.